Be prepared for that. All right. Hey, today, if maybe you don't like the heat, you want to go see a movie. Let's get over now to meteorologist Hannah Gard. Is it a movie day or an outside day?
Yeah, it's always good to get in the air conditioning on days like today, and the next few days are going to be hot and dry. Now, later in the week, we'll see some rain chances coming around, which could help with the temperatures, but not huge changes for us. What we're watching with the weather pattern is two tropical systems off the coast of the U.S., off the East Coast. But today, 92 degrees. That's that above normal heat. We are not close to average. We're continuing to stay pretty hot, although it's a dry feel, which is the good news part of it. It's not a summer feel exactly, but the temperature is definitely up there. We get to the upper 80s quickly. We'll get to around 92 at times as we pop up to those 90s in the peak afternoon heating hours. Once the sun sets, it does cool off a little bit into those 70s, but we're going to get to 92 each day through about Wednesday. Later in the week, now we're getting down to average Saturday and Sunday. 86 is our average for the time of year, but this is not really because of a front or anything like that. We are going to see some rain chances coming around. But we've been consistently sitting above normal. We've been dealing with above average temperatures all the way through the last 2 weeks, and prior to that, we have not really had huge cool downs. It's mainly just the rain that even brings us to around normal. So that's what's going to happen this week. Thursday, Friday, a couple of scattered showers possible. Saturday and Sunday, increasing the rain chances. We have to watch for a feature in the Gulf that could bring some moisture. So we'll take a look at that in a second. But first, we got to talk about the tropics. Here we go. We got Tropical Storm Imelda over here near the Bahamas, just offshore of the East Coast. And then we have Hurricane Umberto. This is a Category 4 hurricane. It has been weakening. It's going to continue to weaken, but Imelda is strengthening. So really interesting interactions between these two systems. You can tell how close they are. They're not tearing each other apart. They're actually still staying fairly strong. Imelda continuing to strengthen. It is bringing a lot of rainfall to places like Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, but the center there mainly bringing some heavy rain to the Bahamas as it continues to move to the north. The other feature to watch for with the steering for these systems is an upper level low. That has swung across the Midwest and it's kind of hanging out right here. You can even see a little bit of a counterclockwise spin right here on water vapor. So that's in the upper levels of the atmosphere. What we were watching for is an interaction between these two features called the Fujiwara effect. So that is when we have two low pressure systems and they start to circulate around a common center in that counterclockwise direction. What really impacted Imelda's track is its interaction with this upper level low. If it was going to get picked up by this upper level low and kind of spin around that one, that would have been bad news for the east coast of the U.S. So it's actually better that Umberto was out here stronger because it's going to interact more with Tropical Storm Imelda than that upper level low will. And by doing so, Umberto pulling Imelda away from the U.S. East Coast. So even over the course of today, it's going to start to take that easterly turn and move away from the coastline. You can see the tracks here kind of dancing around each other. That's what we call that Fujiwara effect. So watch these two. Umberto is steered by this high, so that's why it's kind of moving to the east. And also we do have that upper level low swinging down. They start to kind of dance around each other here and then get pulled up into that upper level low pressure system. Now the next thing to watch is that moisture that kind of hangs out from that low pressure that swings down. It might start to move a little bit farther north into the Gulf by the end of the week. That's the rain chance for the weekend. We have to watch if some sort of feature tries to form off of this. Not necessarily a tropical system, but it could have tropical attributes like heavy rainfall along the coastal areas, and that's what the Weather Prediction Center outlook here for the next 7 days is seeing. You got that big bullseye of over 3 to 4 inches of rain offshore. We got to keep a close eye on the trends with that. In October as well, we do watch closer to home for potential tropical formation, but we've had a lot of dry air, those fronts coming down. It's been really difficult to see anything forming in the Gulf. But we've had 3 hurricanes, 2 of those, or 3 of them actually, major hurricanes Category 5. If you look at last year, we had a much more active September. It's interesting to see that we've only had 3 now in September, and we'll see what happens in October. So something to continue to monitor, but for us, still dealing with the heat, We have the nice dry air, though, from that northeasterly flow on the western side of Imelda. That will stick around through about Wednesday. Then we're getting some of the moisture coming back Thursday, Friday, dropping temperatures from 92 to the 80s. And then Saturday, Sunday, that's when we'll watch that plume of moisture if we could get some rain chances around here. Things are getting pretty dry out there, guys.
All right.